Hi there and welcome to Living Well. What is it to be living well? Well, living is in large part wellness, so this show has been created to tell you everything you've ever wanted to know about your health, but your doctor forgot to tell you. So let's start by asking some questions and having some fun today as we bring together a group of wellness experts, each with a story to tell. Joining us on the show, Dr. Christian Bartels, owner of the Gatos Chiropractic Clinic, to talk about how our health often starts with the spine, and Marianne Alexander, a certified yoga teacher who will show us how movement relates to wellness, and Dr. Samuel Wu of Community Internal Medicine on the topic of lifestyle modification. Their expertise meets our questions right now on Living Well. And we start today with Dr. Bartels of the Los Gatos Chiropractic Clinic. Good to see you. Thank you so much for coming in. What's a little history of the clinic?
Well, the clinic has been, Los Gatos Chiropractic Clinic has been in existence since 1961. I took it over in 1989 and brought it to the stature that it is today. Now, within that time frame, since I've taken it over, I've seen 23,000 patients and hugely changed those lives that have come to me for care.
Well, we'll talk about some of the saves you've had, people who are headed towards surgery that you're able to help. But let's show people what you do. Wellness Secrets video crews recently visited your office. Let's take a look inside.
What I love most about Dr. Bartels is probably his ability to communicate.
I think overall with Dr. Bartels, I like his flexibility, his knowledge.
I would think just his secret to success is probably because he stays current.
Tell me about the symptoms that were associated with this martial arts class with these advanced trainers. I love changing people's lives. I love taking people that are sick and turning them into people that are healthy. And admittedly, this isn't always easy because sometimes people come at very sick levels. Perfect. And as a chiropractor, I can say that the mind-body connection at the root of chiropractic is a real scientific fact. Every functional aspect of the body is dependent upon mind control, and mind control is dependent upon the conduit of the spine working properly and functionally to allow that flow to get through.
Oh my gosh. I love that.
Glad you do. The reason you should choose me as your wellness chiropractor is because I look at all aspects of your life and how they affect your future.
He has helped me get my energy level up through supplements, and he has adjusted areas that other chiropractors have had a hard time getting adjusted.
I would say Dr. Bartels has changed my life by educating me about my diet, about my spine. It's made a difference.
His philosophy matches up with mine. Let's treat the causes and not just the symptoms.
All right, so we see in the video you're helping manipulate people's spines. What is it that you're doing exactly?
We're looking for areas of restricted motion or malposition. These are the roots of chiropractic care, and also the nerves that come out of the holes are interactive with the soft tissue and the hard tissue in a very real sense, in a real-time base. By adjusting these areas of the spine, we're not only changing the dynamics of the spinal nerves, but the nervous system as a whole, and the feedback loops from the body through the mind, and that's why we call it the mind-body connection.
And you've been able to save hundreds of people from heading into surgery.
Yes, particularly about lower back disc protrusions, and that particular kind of situation is a number one problem in America. And lower back pain is the number one cause of loss of work and productivity losses as well. But when people come to me with surgical type cases for lower back disc problems and inflammation, what we do is we do traction to decompress the disc and then adjust and immobilize. And that helps the blood flow return and helps the hydration in the discs. And this is how, over time, we can change the dynamics of the protrusion.
Let's go beyond just the spine and our health in that regard. But statistically, in the United States, things don't look great as it relates to people's overall health. Why is that?
I believe it's largely a personal responsibility issue. People just don't realize how important it is to take charge of their health. And this is one of the things that we do, is we try and teach people what's important about their health in relationship to their ergonomics, in relationship to their seated and standing postures, in relationship to their sleep postures, in relationship to the foods they choose and the water they drink, and how they behave and how they think. These are all factors that we address in our attempt to get them to understand what their personal responsibilities are.
Well, let me take you one step further. You said sleep habits. Do those like contour pillows help, or the sleep number beds? I mean, is this marketing or is that real help?
Well, ergonomics applies to sleep postures as well as work environments, and ergonomics of sleep are very important for the remodeling process by what's called plastic deformation. Plastic deformation is an engineering principle that applies to human bodies too. So if you have bad ergonomics in your sleep position, then the plastic deformation is going to be a negative effect rather than a positive effect. So yes, those types of devices that support proper posture are all important.
You know, we talked about how people need to take a personal responsibility for their health and be proactive in what's largely a reactive medical system. What can people do to be proactive? What do you suggest?
Well, a lot of things. Stay away from fast food restaurants, sit up straight, it's as simple as that. Watch for clean water instead of dirty water. Choose proper foods, low fats, quality proteins. Those kinds of things are pretty basic fundamentals, but it's largely what's being missed.
And how does chiropractic help relate to that health?
Well, the one thing we do is teach our patients that these things are important to pay attention to. Lifting properly, sleeping properly, sitting properly are all basic fundamentals that we talk to our patients about, in addition to correcting the imbalances in their spine and the muscular structures as well.
And one day they will see the doctor of the future. What is this?
The doctor of the future we use frequently as a statement that is quoted from Thomas Edison, where he talked about the doctor of the future will interest his patient in the care of the frame and in proper food and diet, and it goes on a little bit. I won't take it that far, but the care of the frame is a very important part because the frame is the connection and the conduit between the body and the mind.
Well, you could take it further for folks that want to come see you at the clinic, and we would like to say, if you're interested in catching up with the doctor, visit wellnesssecrets.tv, and if you want to visit Dr. Bartels' clinic, well, this is the information for how to reach him. It's right there on the screen. Coming up, we talk adaptive yoga with Marianne Alexander, a certified yoga instructor. That and more when Living Well continues. We're back in moments. Doctor, thank you so much.